playing our national anthem. We have an announcement. Muldrow Public Schools sends condolences to the family of one of our Muldrow Elementary students who passed away this morning. Please keep this family, their friends, and our students and our staff in your thoughts and prayers throughout this very difficult time. If you would, please bow your head with me for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. We do ask that this family receives comfort and to keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And at this time, the Muldrow Marching Band will honor us with our national anthem.
All right, Bulldog fans, welcome back to Aubrey Henshaw Stadium and Marty Rogers Field right here in Muldrow, Oklahoma. My name is Chris Larcade, and I'm happy to be here with you with Muldrow Communications. And we are getting set up here. Coach Farney is in the press box with me tonight. Coach Ryan couldn't make it here tonight, but we are happy to bring this broadcast to you live here on our YouTube channel. And Coach is completely tangled up in his headset, and we'll get him worked out here in a second. But until then, we want to say a special thank you to our sponsors for this broadcast. As always, Midland Motors, 427 Auto Sales, Muldrow First Assembly, and, of course, Rick's Tires, proud sponsors of Muldrow Communications and Muldrow Athletics. And so right here tonight for our Bulldogs tonight, our captains for this evening is Jonah Claiborne, number 3, Cade Scott, and number 5, Jacob Gregory. And I've got Coach, I think he's finally untangled himself a little bit, and so getting himself sorted.
You had me tied up here, Chris.
He was tied up pretty tight right there.
Yeah. We're ready. I got it going now, though.
Well, we were going to have a picture of the coin flip here tonight, but it looks like we can't get our camera down there yet. So we're going to take it from here. Well, Coach, it's going to be a hard-fought game here tonight in Muldrow with Lincoln Christian, the number 4 ranked 6-0 Bulldogs coming in. It's going to be a tough game. And like I said, number 4 ranked. That they're ranked number 1 in Division of 3A, but in ranked number 4 overall, all classes coming into the night. And their roster as well as their stats show what kind of team they are shaping up to be for this season.
Yeah, we're going to see a very good team tonight.
Yeah.
And they're not top of District 3 for nothing.
For nothing.
I mean, they're really good. They're talented. I was looking at some of their stats. They're very balanced.
Yeah.
I mean, like the past 6 games, they've ran the ball for 1,425 yards, and then they passed the ball for 1,482 yards.
Absolutely.
So that's a sign of a good balanced team, which, you know, if something's going wrong with the running game, they can throw or vice versa. But they've got some not just one player, but they've got 4 or 5 that they distribute the ball to. The quarterback, number 8, Carter Rickey, he's threw for a little over 1,400 yards in 6 games already. The running back, number 11, this kid is a freshman.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the most yards, but he's got 411 yards so far.
And this roster is deep. I mean, the deck of paper. The deck of paper that we have for Lincoln Christian stat book, as well as their roster, looks like they're running about 90 deep on their roster for tonight, and so it's going to be a going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one to say the least. And we know that the Bulldogs have been working working all week to kind of get prepared for this moment. But as I've been talking to a lot of the coaches and stuff, they are a balanced team, and they're one that's going to come out, punch you in the mouth, and they are going to try to score and score quickly in order to really preserve their game.
Well, this is not a David and a Goliath game, I don't believe.
No.
I mean, I think we've got a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
But we have to have some help from them, too, like time of possession.
Yeah.
There can't be 3 and out and give them the ball because they have too many weapons. And so we've got to kind of keep it away from them. I think that we may run the ball a little bit more, which is always a good thing to, I hate to say it, we're going to try to kill some of the clock, but also, make a good run to score too. So it's a big game for us because, we're right in the middle of district play. I looked at the district standings. And Lincoln Christian, of course, they're 3-0. Shakota, who we just played here a couple weeks ago, a good game with them. They're 3-0. Idabel went down there last week. I think that was a good game.
Week before last.
Yeah, it was a good game. There were some turnovers that kind of cost us a few for Idabel quick touchdowns, which didn't help the Bulldogs. And then you've got Holland Hall. Now they're playing Shakota tonight. Stigler has Eufaula, which we've already defeated Eufaula, and Stigler's 1-2. Holland Hall's 1-2 in conference play. We're 1-2. Locust Grove, who is going to play Idabel tonight, Locust Grove's 1-2, and of course Eufaula has not won a district game so far. So.
It's going to be and right now you've got like kind of a round robin type of atmosphere whenever we're talking about our district. I mean, where one wins, the other one takes the other one out, and so eventually we're going to see where this all kind of settles down. And if the Bulldogs pull off a win here tonight, it would be huge. It would be absolutely a big upset in the district. But more importantly, we're going to be watching that game in Shakota tonight and see how that all turns out, because that could have district implications. And also, with the loss that Stigler took in Shakota, if Muldrow is able to take over, beat Shakota, and then turn around with a win over Locust Grove, I mean, we could be definitely talking about playoffs, 3 games and points being the playoff picture.
Yeah, we've got to it'd be nice to win this one.
Not only
and then we got to win those other ones, but it could come down to points. I mean, I just read off here. There's 4 teams already that's just 1 and 2 in the district. So, anyway, I think it's going to be an exciting game tonight, and I hope the Bulldogs can come out victorious in it. We'll see.
Absolutely. Well, back to receive for the Bulldogs is number 5, Jacob Gregory, and number 1, Tegan Collins, leading rusher, and all-around yardage. Tegan Collins, big kick. It's going to be returnable by Jacob Gregory. Here he is looking for an opening. He's shakes 1 tackle, shakes 2, and he spins and is eventually brought down here about the 14-yard line, depending on the spot.
Yeah, that was good coverage there by Lincoln that time.
Guys
got down there quick and covered up.
A lot of guys just staying in their lane, staying disciplined, and able to bring up a short yardage on that kickoff. Big, high, booming kick there, too.
Used to kickoffs, you go down there, you're just trying to bust up the wedge. Now it's about just putting your hands and pushing and kind of just like you would if you was a defensive end on line trying to widen the guy out to get to the ball. but not where we wanted to be as far as field position. But
Bulldogs in their pro set. Now Teagan's going to hold on to it. He's going to work his way off into the flats. He's got a little open area over there. He makes a positive yards. There's a flag being thrown, and usually at that depth in the field, it's usually not a good thing for the offense.
Yeah, a lot of times it's a holding call.
Yeah, or blocking the back.
Yeah, so maybe
that one may be coming back for the Bulldogs. Holding called against Muldrow, and so that'll be a 5-yard penalty and bring it up to second and.
See, that was going to be a nice little pickup right there.
Yeah.
And he made something out of nothing.
Yeah.
But we can't be working from those long yards. Right there you go. Beautiful night tonight to be.
It is a
at
nice
game.
night.
Put a little hoodie on, and man, it's no wind and
great feeling over here in Muldrow tonight. It definitely feels like fall weather for us tonight, and great night for football. Low snap, handoff to, I think the handoff was complete to Deshaun Wilson. Teagan was wrapped up like he had the ball, but Wilson unable to get a gain on the play here.
No, not much there, and Lincoln's working there. Got just a 3-man front, but at 52 and 54 now, I was down on the field looking at them. They're pretty good-sized lads, and they just played that one really well.
Yeah, Torres and also number 54, Colton Muncie, I think. We're going to go with Muncie. Trips to the short side of the field, tight end set.
Heavy set left,
Yep.
trips.
Wilson in motion, and now here's the snap, and there's Teagan trying to make his way up the field, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down for Muldrow.
Not moving anybody. You know, that's man on man and just pushing and moving somebody, and Bulldogs didn't get much that time. Hey, Chris, check that moon out, man.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That is a gorgeous moon.
Get a shot of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
See if we can get one of those here in a little bit.
Let's see what we got.
Got Twins off to the wide side of the field, one single back. Wilson drop back to pass. Teagan Collins, and it's going to be overthrown. Pass was intended to number 6, Gabe Miller.
Yeah.
And that would be incomplete. With 9:51, clock is stopped. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. They're going to be punting out of their own end zone here.
That's good protection. He had plenty of time to throw the ball. Just needed to throw it a little early. Usually when that receiver makes the break, that's exactly when you want to throw it. You'll see on TV sometimes those receivers, about the time they get turned around, poof, there it is. And they're surprised by it. But we're going to punt right now, so hopefully we'll get off a good one.
Gregory with the kick. It's going to be a short punt, but it may roll in favor of the Bulldogs. It's going to roll up to about the 50-yard line and call that the 52, down by Gabe Miller as the Lincoln Christian
about 35 yards there.
As the Lincoln Christian will take over here at the 48.
All right. Well, that series didn't. Talking about time of possession.
Yeah.
That
was not
a good start.
Got a wing formation here, shotgun, man in motion, number 11 right, and there's the Ricky's pass is complete to number 3, Milligan, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before getting the 1st down for Lincoln Christian.
Yeah, got to just break down and make a tackle. Open field tackles, boy, they're tough.
And the thing is that when you actually look at this offensive line, they're not a huge set of guys, but very athletic. A lot of speed coming off that line.
We got to get set.
Looks like a counter play here.
Get set. Hopefully it's him.
False start against the offense.
Yeah, and we didn't really look like we knew
what was going on there,
we
too.
Lined up.
Looks like just a little backside counter play over here to the wide side of the field, but let's see if they run it again.
Maybe we confused them.
Wing formation. Is that a heavy wing?
Yeah, they're in the heavy, yeah.
Yeah, double wing. And there's the counter.
Run it out, get off of him.
Hand off to Wright. Wright still on his feet, brought down by number 5 and number 6. That's Jacob Gregory and Gabe Miller for the Bulldogs. And that's going to bring up second down after the penalty. And that's going to bring it up to second and 7 yards to go.
Yeah, Lincoln set a hedge there and did a real good job. Got outside a little bit, picked up some yardage. Second down, we need to make a stand right here.
Muldrow's got to make a big defensive stand here with 4 men down front. Back to the wing formation, handoff to number 15, and that's
there we go.
Fullingham. Dawson, I remember him from last year. Senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
They pulled that backside tackle and led up with him and almost got the first down there.
Third down, 2 yards to go. And it's going to be handoff to Fullingham again. He's going to break loose here. Hit by Collins, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line.
Wow. I mean, you look over on that right side, there wasn't a Bulldog one. They talk about setting the edge all the time. Lincoln at that time did a really good job and picked up more than the first down. Little boot action. Come on, get up in their face. Pick it. Oh, my goodness. There's a flag on the other side of the field. I'm not sure what that is. It could be on Lincoln, but we had that covered up pretty good there, Chris.
Yeah, good play right there.
Yeah,
let's check out this instant
pressure
replay. There's the pass, and we're going to see what we can see here.
Dakota putting some pressure on him. You know, you just can't let him sit back here and just
trying to break that up a little bit.
Yeah.
So putting some pressure on those wide outs.
Yeah,
and
he did a good job, and they did a good job back there in the secondary too.
Well, there's going to be a flag on the play. I didn't catch what the penalty was.
I didn't either.
There was something else going on here, but we got it figured out. So 7:36 here in the first quarter, and this is the Lincoln Christian's opening drive.
Come on, D.
First down, 15 yards to go in the red zone. Ball on the 17, man in motion. And now Richie hands off to number 12, and that's Baker. Baker trying to shake one off, and here he is. And he's on the goal line, and they're going to push him in. And they're going to show a touchdown here for Lincoln Christian.
Wow. Well,
and that's just making an extra effort on that offense and just trying to make things happen.
Well, it's been twice that they've set that edge like there wasn't nobody over in the back. Number 44 comes over there, and he does a good job, and then there ain't nobody there. And we've got to do a better job stopping that and widening that out. I want to make them run to the boundary, not north and south.
Cooper Housley, the kicker, junior, and he puts it up, and it's going to be good. So here at 7:25 here in the first quarter.
Yep.
First quarter, not second quarter. Okay, first quarter. unless we got a time warp.
No.
Sorry, got distracted. Okay, so we're back here in the first quarter. It's 7:25. Lincoln Christian is up 7, Bulldogs 0.
Well, there's a couple good things happen there. They got penalties.
Yeah, they did show that they can make penalties.
But we got some kind of little problem there where they're sure doing a heck of a job. It went to that right side a couple of times there where we don't have nobody there. No defensive end. There ain't a linebacker scraping. And those were big plays back to back.
Another thing is tonight, too, it's kind of quiet.
Well.
Kind of quiet here tonight. almost could play golf right now. I'm serious. We got to get some people fired up. So Bulldog fans, help us out online. I mean, here we go. Big kick. Back to receive. Looks like it's going to be Tegan Collins going to receive and get a return. Gosh. And he's brought down quickly. And that's going to be number 19, Liam Anderson.
And you got to get a guy.
Yeah, he just went right through.
Team, you got to find a guy, get him. You know, a lot of times you have something set up. We'd set up some kind of a boundary return. Well, you had a number, and you numbered off a guy, and you had him. And if you had just a middle return, you had a guy, you know. And that time we just kind of whiffed. The kid had come by. Got to do a better job of getting some blocks on that kickoff.
Tegan Collins, Deshaun Wilson in the backfield. Got twins off to the wide side of the field. Here's Tegan. He's feeling pressure. He's going to cut up the middle.
There we go.
He's brought down, but it gets positive yardage on the play.
There we go. That's what we want. Run some time and get some positive yards. We're taking a little bit of time here running the play. Looks like we're just going to get it off, but he better hurry. I would call a timeout.
There's still 3 seconds left on the play clock, but it didn't look like there was going to be enough time. Well, with that timeout, we want to send out a reminder that Wednesday night is family night at First Assembly in Muldrow. And so First Assembly, they feed everyone a warm meal at 6:15 and have classes available for all ages at 7 p.m. So if you're looking for a place for family night, join First Assembly of God on Wednesday nights for family night and Sundays at 10:45 a.m. for worship service. First Assembly of God in Muldrow is a proud sponsor of Muldrow Communications and Muldrow Athletics, and we appreciate all their support. Well, Coach, 6:35 here, and let me tell you something. After watching a lot of film on Lincoln Christian, of course, I've got to watch them against quite a few teams. This is kind of how they don't really come out as far as like speed, blitz all the time. They kind of let the offense kind of lull themselves into kind of a slow grind, and then they fire back. And so
they're very balanced, but they're very good on the defense. I see where they haven't allowed very many points at all.
No, 3-man front here, 5 in the back. And here comes Tegan, and there's a man that slips on through. He's going to look down deep, and it looks to be caught by number 7, Jamari Palmer.
Nice
and that's
job.
A big gain for Muldrow there, down to around about the 49-yard line.
Exactly what we needed.
Well, actually, they're going to cut him a lot shorter here than on the 49. Big play. Great catch by Jamari, and, it looks like he did place it correctly.
Good catch. Nice job up front. There wasn't anybody really chasing Collins, and he's done a nice job all year sprinting one way or the other, and he throws a pretty good ball, and that was a good ball.
Well, right here, and we got a quad set over here, man in motion. Gabe Miller making his move, and Tegan fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it, bounce outside, and picks up about 4 yards on the play before being knocked out of bounds.
Yep. That's positive yard. That's 5 right there, Chris. Pushing his way up the sideline. Just need to keep it rolling along here.
Tegan kind of getting up a little gingerly right there, a little limp.
He got an ankle kind of twisted up a little bit, but he's a tough kid.
Now here's the thing, Coach. We got a quad set over here on the wide side, right at the 50 mark on the home side. Got 4 receivers lined up. Gabe Miller.
You know what'd be good right here?
What'd you say?
Send 3 to the middle and bring 1 back over here to the boundary. You talk about confusing.
Well, there's Wilson. He goes in motion, and he's going to try to pick up a blocker.
Oh,
Tegan's got
right here. It is. Oh, gosh.
And there's the pitch and catch to Gabe Miller. Woo! That was close, Coach.
Well, I seen who was it? 7.
That's Jamari.
Palmer was headed that way, kind of. It wasn't exactly the way I had drawn it up in my mind, but
big 3rd down conversion here, Bulldog fans. as the Bulldogs are third down with 4 yards to go midfield, and looking to answer after that touchdown from Lincoln Christian at about the 9-minute mark. So time of possession, the offense is definitely taking advantage of this. Quad set to the short side of the field, one man off to the left side. Now we got a man in motion. Wilson coming across, fakes the handoff. Now Collins misses over the top. Pass was intended to G.J. Massey. No good. Coach, what do you see there?
Well, it just wasn't a good throw, and I think he seen that safety headed that way too. You know, it's,
I think anybody's going to clinch when you see a guy who's
you
probably running about a 4.5,
4.6
4.6 40, just head down coming your way.
Well, you can say, hey, he should have caught it, or maybe, but when you have somebody coming the opposite direction, they're thinking about it.
3-man front, 5 backers in the backfield. And there goes Deshaun Wilson out to the outside. He looks like he can get the first down. He's pulled on out of bounds, and that's going to be a first for the Bulldogs.
Well, I hate to say that was a kind of a gutsy call there, but, we're here in the first quarter.
Bounce outside and then just able to beat the man on the corner and get over the top of the sticks.
Yeah.
And that's a great play by Deshaun Wilson.
Yeah, got first down.
.15 seconds on the play clock as the Bulldogs go to the line of scrimmage. Got a little wing set here. Trips to the left side of the field now, man in motion. Wilson lines up in the backfield, and there, hands off. Collins hands off to Wilson.
There we go.
And able to pick up at least about 5 yards on the play. Positive yardage here for Muldrow.
Lyman right there got a few good blocks here. I see no Colbert. And who else was it had a good block there on that side? I think it was Dakota.
Yeah.
Yeah, moved some people that time.
But we've seen a lot of Dakota in the defensive set, but since Cade has been injured, Dakota Rushing has been coming in more in that tight end set.
Yeah, we got 2 tights.
Collins kind of scrambling in the backfield here, being brought down for a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up third down for the Bulldogs, and with a little bit of a lengthy conversion here with about 7 yards.
Too much movement over there on that right side. The guy was kind of pushing Gleason a little bit past the line of scrimmage here, and that kind of bowed things out. That's no good. Got to get lower than he is and just keep your feet moving.
Got a trip set to the short side of the field. Nobody over here on the wide side. Teagan looking off, and now he's scrambling, and he's going to be brought down for a loss by number 21 from Lincoln Christian, and that is Micah Cruz, outside linebacker, and he makes a big play for Lincoln Christian.
Well, Lincoln did a good job secondary-wise on that one. He wasn't open. And then he had a lot of pressure, too, and had him scrambling around there. So that was just a bad play. We're going to go forward again here. A little bit longer, though, than the last 4th down we went for. I don't know.
So we're going for it here, not a punt in sight. And so Bulldogs – Collins looking for the screen, and he's going to be brought down right at the 50-yard line.
Well,
hard by.
That might have been a good time for a screen, but guess what? Lincoln was expecting it too.
Yeah.
They were sitting right there.
They were ready for that one. So that's going to bring a turnover on downs for Muldrow as Lincoln Christian takes over on the 49-yard line with 1 minute and 53 seconds left here in the first. Well, Coach, I know that you weren't with us on last Friday night, but,
heck of a ball game.
Heck of a ball game and well covered, I think, by, if I do say so myself, by Muldrow Communications. But, tough situation there, tough loss. But we'll talk more about that here in just a moment as we now we see a flag come out, and it's going to be called false start on Lincoln Christian.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions about some of the last – about 2 minutes, 50 seconds there. I think
Yeah,
it's the most watched part of the live stream from last week, which was
there was a fumble there, wasn't
the fumble that was not called a fumble.
Yeah.
And
Well, when you're away from home, some of those bad things happen.
rushing, try to get back to the backfield, and there's number 12, Baker, and he looks like he's got all the room in the world here to make a play. Jamari Palmer doing his best, but unable to keep Baker from the end zone, and he's going to be in for the touchdown.
Baker's their leading ball carrier, and I don't know how many yards of reception. He had about 50 there.
Yeah, coming into this ball game, he's had 46 carries in rushing yards and has had 332.
Yeah.
But of course, in all-purpose, he's done quite well to say the least.
They did a good job out there blocking our corner that time too, and we just couldn't get to him.
Kick is up, and it is good, and that'll put 14 on the board for Lincoln Christian.
Yeah. That's not good when you don't make them earn it.
Yeah.
That's 2 or 3 plays there, and they score. And that sometimes, of course, I don't know. We used to I remember sometime Coach Jones, when he was here, we'd go for it, if we was on the 40 for a first down. But it's a good bunch right here, and you don't want to give them too many opportunities or they will make you pay just like they did then. So we got to get the ball back, Chris, and we got to kind of grind it out and kill some time.
Yeah.
But we got to get it in the end zone. It ain't one of them things where you're just running out of time. You got to have some scores.
Yeah, absolutely. Minute 38 here, still in the first quarter, and 14-0. It's going to be a tough grind here for the Bulldogs working uphill. But really, one of the things I got to say, we got to get a little bit more energy about us too. This game is still within reach, and of course, Bulldogs have a way of making things happen. Big kick here. Looks like it's going to be returnable by Collins.
Maybe a return.
And let's see if everybody picks it up. A blocker, one block there, but Collins goes down, and it looks like he's going to be brought down about the 18-yard line. That was a hard hit there.
Yeah, he did take a lick. Tell you what, got to get some man on man. Maybe set up, I always liked running like a side return.
Yeah.
And like I said, you numbered off a guy, and everybody knew who they had. So if you missed him, you knew whose guy he was.
And handoff to Deshaun Wilson, and he's brought hard back down into the backfield. That 5-3 front is definitely working out for Lincoln Christian here, which that's their standard defensive package. What does the 5-3 allow you to do, Coach, compared to, let's say, a bigger man front up?
Well, this one that they're in right now, they're going to get a lot of double teams, which is going to leave gaps open for the linebackers. And he just got through making a tackle there. But if you're in a 5-man front, like a base 5-2, you're stopping the run. That's what that's designed for, is to stop the line. You got every gap full, and they shouldn't be able to run.
And a flag down, and it looks to be delay of game called against Muldrow.
But you don't want to have to, in this, have to stay with a double. You'd like to, how we used to in practice, we'd combo here and then chip off to the linebacker.
Right,
That's kind of the theory here. But their guys are whipping our guys, and we're having to keep 2 on, and that opens up those lanes for the linebackers.
The next thing you know, you got a linebacker in there saying, "How are you doing?" So here we go. We got twins off to the right side. Now man in motion. Fake the handoff to Gabe, and now big, hard tackle in the backfield, and Tegan Collins is sacked for a loss. And that is brought to you by number 44 from Lincoln Christian, Rain Ragland. Making a good defensive play for them. 23 seconds here in the first quarter, and Bulldogs are down deep in their own territory, to say the least. Ball being spotted on the 4-yard line. 3rd down and long. I believe at 18 yards to the first. I don't know. I think it might be longer than that.
Well,
25, really.
We've talked about this. We don't have no place for this.
Yeah.
You know, and this is dangerous for this in their end
Snap,
zone.
big pass here.
Oh, go jump up there and get it.
Oh, just off the hands of Jamari Palmer, broken up by number 2, Kylan Shoeless. I don't know how you say that. How do you say that name, Coach?
That's what it is, Chris. You said it correctly. Well, 4th down. We're going to be punting out of our end zone. Never did like to do that.
No, punting out of the end zone. 4 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Gregory is going to have to get this one off quick.
You know, if they think they can block it, they may come. But a lot of times you just stay safe. We didn't even get that off. It looked like it just slipped out of his hand. Got a replay of that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take another look at that one.
I think he held it out there with one hand and it just slipped out. Yeah, we didn't get to see it.
But didn't really get to see all that, but
man.
Well, Bulldogs have had a rough first quarter here, 14-0 here as we start the second. And but you know what, Coach? It's getting a little bit chilly outside, don't you think?
Well, it feels pretty good in here.
Well, I
mean, if you're sitting outside in the bleachers, it might be a little cold.
But you know what cold weather means is that sometimes tire pressures may mean go a little bit lower this time of year.
Yeah.
And so if you have a flat or if you're in need of replacement before this winter weather strikes, Rick's Tires offers a variety of service and maintenance options for your vehicle needs. So roll on into Rick's Tires where the rubber meets the road.
There you go.
There you go, Coach. So.
That was good.
All right. Well, here we go. We're starting off the second quarter.
Selling chances to win 4 tires or detail and a tint job. One chance of $5 or 5 for 20. Drawing will be held during the Hoops Day.
Coach, were you able to get out and go fishing or anything last weekend? It was a beautiful weekend.
No, we didn't. We just did some traveling and got to see some different country and had a good time, just me and my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to have some time for those type of things for sure. And
come on, get up there, run.
And
tell you what,
touchdown for Lincoln Christian, and that is Corlin Wright, the freshman, number 11.
I'm not real sure I'm seeing much effort right now, and that's one thing that you can always give is effort.
Yeah. Well, I got a quick question for you, Coach. So I'll give you some time to think about it. Who holds?
Is this some kind of
you can't see the
trivia
answers. Yeah.
that you come up with?
Who holds the sack record at Muldrow?
The sack record.
After this,
in the last.
well, we're just talking of all time. In one game, sack record. Who holds the sack record here at Muldrow?
Chris.
And there's the snap and the kick, and it is going to be good. And 11:53 to start off the second quarter, and now Lincoln Christian up 21-0 over the Muldrow Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And
we're going to have to decide to come and play.
yeah,
Right now we haven't. That was too easy right there. But you give them the ball on the 5. I mean, my gosh, what do you expect?
Yeah, not much.
You know, so.
Yeah, after a rough drive for the Bulldogs, having 24 yards to go after a number of, sacks and lost plays. And then next thing you know, you're on your 4-yard line, and then we try to punt, and looks like a miscue from Jacob Gregory on the punt, which known to happen, Coach.
Well,
and unfortunately, it happens in the worst time.
Yeah.
And Lincoln Christian doing what they do best, and that is capitalizing off another team's mistakes.
Yeah.
And so
we've not.
Man, it is kind of quiet. Coach, you got an answer for us? Who holds the sack
I cannot
record?
think of anybody right now.
Well,
Why don't you,
I'll go ahead.
enlighten us?
Well, as soon as this play's over, I'll tell you the answer. But
Okay.
see if there's any.
Been the past 10 years?
No, I don't think so.
20?
Maybe longer than that one, Coach.
Oh, well.
And this ball is going to be in the end zone for a touchback.
That's a good kick.
And see if anyone out there in YouTube land,
Leading sack.
who had the sack, who holds the sack record?
I don't know. I'd like to see us get the ball here, and I know it's 21-0, but if we don't run a little bit of time off the clock, it's going to be.
It's going to be
Not
difficult.
going to be pretty.
No.
We got to see. Dadgummit. Whoo! Man.
Well, Collins taking a hard hit in the backfield on that, but is able to get the ball off, and pass is going to be incomplete.
Hey, that's the front. There's just those front three, and they are just pressuring the heck out of us.
Yeah, they're making great movement inside on the line. We just got to get our blocks. I mean, that would help out Collins and open up a lot of things. But like you said, we got to stick with our blocks there. And speaking of, so who holds the sack record at Muldrow? Coach Farney was actually sacked 12 times in your game. Rolling. And so I should have rephrased. That was a trick. Coach. Is that who was the person who was sacked the most in one game on record? And that is Coach Farney. Now, what year was that, Coach? Now let's say this. I think you also led the Rangers to a victory on that as quarterback.
I beat them here. I believe it was 38-12 when we played here, and I did lose to them twice. And they were close games, like 12-6, 14-7. They hadn't beaten us in a long time, but they come up with 2 wins in. But I played a year as a freshman there at home and won, and we came here and played and won. So 12, huh?
Yeah, 12.
Wow. Oh, I had a bad ankle that night.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, see, I heard that was what was going to happen.
I taped that thing up. I had 2 rows of tape. Believe it or not, it's the truth, and it's like a cast, and it's just amazing some of the ways that I could get loose from people with that cast on. But no, that was a really good game, both of those, and it was.
Well, yeah,
they were good times.
The one that submitted that was Coach Harville.
I knew exactly. Yeah.
Jacob going for the fake here, and he passes it downfield, and it's going to be going through the hands of number 21,
Coach
and that's
Harville,
DJ Massey.
he likes to bring up that kind of stuff, and I remember him talking about it. He won't let it die. He lets his old buddy. He just sticks his finger in that wound and just keeps on turning it. But
Bulldogs.
That's all right.
The Bulldogs are going to have a turnover on downs here, and so the Lincoln Christian will take over now on the 25-yard line. And it's going to be tough, Coach.
Well,
number 8, Carter Rickey, dropping back, looking for a man open here, and we might have had contention. And
in the end zone. Yeah. That's nice.
I believe interception, right?
Yeah,
He's calling a catch.
Yeah,
so interception by DJ Massey, and
Massey.
it's going to be a taking over, and that should take over at the 25. That should be a touchback, right, Coach?
Unless he marked it at the 1.
Well, let's take a look at this instant replay here. Great replay.
Like it could be
that's
in the
a catch.
End zone. Yeah, it's a catch, but I was thinking it was in the end zone.
It was in the end zone.
I don't know. I hate this here now.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Right in here. If they keep letting them come through, they're going to break my sack record.
Coach, you might be right.
I hope not.
I hope you're not right. Okay, spread offense here, and we got a flag. And now if that goes against the Bulldogs, it'll be half the distance to the goal, which I don't think you can get any closer to that goal line.
It ain't moving anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
You know, it's really tough right here if you're trying to run something right up there the middle. It almost you need to veer off to the left or the right and find a gap.
And I believe this is going to be a safety here.
No,
they're calling him down right at the goal line.
No.
Oh, my word.
You're just trying to get a little bit of room here to punt.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't even the distance that you need to punt the ball.
Shotgun formation. Single man in the backfield, and then there's going to be Jacob Gregory, and he's going to be brought down for a loss on the play, and this may be a safety.
No, they're going to mark him again.
Still going to mark him short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
if I was on the other side, I'd probably be saying it was a safety, but, you know, it's
let's go.
I have a bad angle, so I can't see it. But
as long as we are up there on that line, I think they'll give us. I don't think
give us something.
I think they'll give us something.
I hope so. 9:25 here left in the second quarter, and of course, Bulldogs just trying to get it out of the end zone here and try to prevent a safety from happening. Third down. Collins looking down deep. He's going to have to scramble around and find someone open. It's going to come up short. Jamari Palmer broken up by number 2, and that is Kylan. I'm sorry, Kylan.
It's just
I'm
Kylan.
sorry. I'm saying Kylan. Sorry.
All right.
Well, here we go. Our fourth down. We're going to be looking to punt once again out of the end zone. Man, we got a close.
Ain't much.
Our field camera is pretty close there. Or looks pretty close.
Normally
He's not that close.
14 yards. Oh,
there's
gosh.
the kick. Able to get it off, but it does not go very far.
Well, we got a flag over there on the far side. Maybe that'll give us a little room.
Okay, stop.
It don't look like it's. What's the flag?
False start on the Bulldogs, and they're going to decline that penalty, and they're going to take it right where it is. And I don't blame them on that one. All right, so here we go. Coach, here I got another question for you.
Chris, is this another trick question?
This is not going to be a trick question.
Okay.
But I got one for you. We got a single wing over here on the left side. Jack's off to the wide side of the field, fakes the handoff. Ricky looking back. He's going to look for a man open here, and he pitches over to
he was open.
Kylan, and
there's a flag.
Flag on the play. Maybe a hold here against the offense. We'll see.
Intended for number 2, Kylan Schulte.
Was that, Coach?
Was it offside?
No, he tapped his hat. It's illegal motion. I don't know. I think that's an illegal man in motion. I don't know. All right, so now we're going to see a heavy package here. Double wing set, 2 wideouts on either side. Fullback in the backfield, and there's Kylan making a man in motion, and then there's number 15, Dawson fooling him, and he's brought down, and it's going to be first and goal, I believe, from that spot, unless they pull it back here in just a minute.
We had 2 or 3 guys miss him that time or had him, look like, and he got away from us.
Yeah, they're going to call him short of the first down, so it's going to be second down and about a yard or two for the first. 8:24 here in the second quarter. Lincoln Christian puts a man in motion with a double wing set. He goes over to the tight end slot. Ricky fakes the handoff. No, he hands it off to Kylan, number 12. Or that's Brandon Baker, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, I don't know what to say there, Chris. Very good. Set up the old swinging gate here. See if they'll run something out of it or bring them back. Defensively, if you got enough over there, they'll count and see if you do. If they've got you outnumbered, they'll throw it over or run some kind of little pass play to the right. But they didn't see anything. They brought them back over.
And there's the kick, and it is through the uprights, and it is good. And that's going to bring 28 points for Lincoln Christian here in the first half with 7:59 left in the second quarter. Now, everybody, don't go anywhere. Of course, we have a special halftime program here this evening as we're going to see the full-on OBA state championship, 2-time state championship winning marching band here at Muldrow. The Pride of Muldrow is going to perform their state championship winning performance right here tonight, and so it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, you know, if you would like to go back and watch that entire final round, you feel free to do that. It's right here on Muldrow Communications, especially during that awards ceremony. I mean, I tell you what, the amount of pressure, it's awesome. I mean, it's a big deal. Well, Coach, I have that other trivia question here for you. So which coach literally drew a play in the dirt to win the game to beat Salisal in the mid-90s? You were on this team.
I was on the team.
I believe that's what I was told, that you were coaching at this time.
That was
literally drew a play in the dirt to win the game against Salisal in the mid-90s.
Well, now Coach Ryan was coaching then.
Okay. Jacob Gregory to return, and he breaks a few tackles here, trying to make a man miss. Still on his feet and is pushed out around the 15-yard line. But, man, you want to talk about just putting your head down and making a football play. That was it.
Yeah, he gave a lot of effort there and made a bunch of people miss.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who was one of the coaches in the mid-90s that you remember, Coach? Here at Muldrow.
Well, I know. Let me think here just a minute.
You got to. Oh, now, are you Googling? Are you phoning a friend?
Googling? No, we don't get no.
Well, I mean, you got to think about which teams beat Salisal in the 90s.
I can't think of his name right now.
All right, so Collins under center. Rare time we see this. And there's the handoff to Deshaun Wilson. He's got a blocker there, and he makes his way upfield. Positive yards for the offense there, and I believe that's going to move the chains, Coach.
It is. That may be our first down for the second quarter.
That is the first down of the second quarter for the Muldrow Bulldogs here, and that's going to keep the clock rolling. And
I think I know
I like Collins under center.
Was it Coach Hazinger?
It is.
That's what
Coach Hazinger.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't coaching with him at that time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was Coach Ryan, but he tells that story a lot about him drawing up play.
Hand off to Jamari Palmer. He's going to have to bounce out a little bit to make that corner, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds for a loss on the play. And
set that edge.
It's going to be a loss of about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was a big game, big win for them, for the Dogs up in Salisal at the time.
Yeah.
I knew Coach Hazinger, but I didn't.
Now, what year did
him.
you start coaching?
I started here in 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess when I was told that, they probably meant Coach Ryan.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard the story many a times, and it is true. Hey, Coach, he talked about him drawing up many plays in the dirt. Hey, let's run this.
Empty formation, and now Deshaun Wilson, and the fake handoff here. Collins
Oh,
looking downfield, nothing there, and pass
go.
out of bounds. And that's going to bring up second down for the Bulldogs.
That was a good decision.
Something that I've been hanging on to, I watched this special with, it was Bill Belichick, actually, and he goes through the tutorial on how back in the day when we talk about film, watching film, what they're talking about is literally cutting film.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Coach Falwell, and he told me a story about back in the day, and of course, his wife also verified this. It was the scariest thing ever. But you might have been on some of these runs, and I'll get back to it here in just a second. But got quads off to the short side of the field, and now timeout for Muldrow as the the play clock expires, trying to prevent the delay of game here. Third down and about 13 to go for the first.
We need some positive yards here. If we could get.
We just need some positivity.
We need something, and then we're going to have to kick it. We
and here's the thing: it's not that Muldrow's unable to make good plays against this. This is a good game. This is a good football team. Let's not take anything away from what we're seeing. Yeah. But there is opportunities that we can see here. They just got to believe in themselves a little bit right here.
Well, we got to just give more effort. I think we're just kind of we're in the game, but we're not really in the game.
Yeah. Not seeing the fire, the intensity. We need a bit.
No, not really. But we've done some things to ourselves that's hurt us. We give up some short field there where they've not had to go far, or the little punt that's blocked here. It just adds up.
Yeah.
And, you take away this one down here on this end where they hold us, and they get a short field, and that one where they score.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game.
Empty set, quads on the short side of the field, DJ on the wide side of the field. Collins moving up in the pocket, scrambling, picks up a few, but not enough to get back. I think he may have like 2 or 3 yards gained on the play.
You're talking about film.
Yeah.
When I was playing, Chris, it was reel to reel.
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
You had to put the reel in it, and you had to feed it and everything. And I remember when I was a senior, which was in '84, and kind of a neat story, we got the VHS tapes.
Oh, that was big
we
time.
thought that was cool.
And
they were in color. The reel to reel was not in color.
Oh,
we got gosh.
Botch snap here. Gregory's trying to make something happen. There's not much you can do here, Coach. Don't go backwards. Fumbled the snap here, and that's going to be on the 5-yard line, and just
goodness gracious.
Don't know what to do other than maybe try to pass the ball.
Yeah, there wasn't nobody there to throw it to. It was just a bad deal.
Well, that's going to be first and goal for Lincoln Christian, starting off their drive here at 5:26 here in the second quarter.
Anyway, finish my story.
Yeah.
That year, Troy Aikman is at Henrietta. And we're getting ready to play Morris, and he's playing Morris, and we're watching him, and he is a man among boys.
Oh, I can imagine.
Look at here.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Lincoln Christian.
And that is, I don't know who that was. I'll have to look at the replay to see who that was, but I think it was number 11. Corwin Wright for the touchdown. Brings up 34. Here comes the swinging gate. And they're going to go back into their regular field goal formation.
Didn't see anything there. Give them advantage.
And there's the kick, and it's up through the uprights, and it's good. And now Lincoln Christian won the state championship last year. Yeah, state championship, looking to return again to the playoff picture, and of course being 6-0 overall. and being number 4 in the state, they're definitely living up to the hype here in Muldrow.
Right.
And, what we're just hoping to see right here is that Muldrow we just got to stop them from scoring.
Yeah, got to fight, got to, give, it's difficult, and you really kind of see what kind of players you got. Now, they're come in here on Saturday, however it turns out, and you're going to talk to the kid and say, this was not our best effort.
No.
And
it's
again,
hard.
I'm not saying Lincoln's a good bunch. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody they've played, they've beat by 40 points. But you still can give good effort, and we're giving up easy stuff, easy scores. We need to find something that we can do good and get some and pick up some first downs and that time of possession that we talked about at the beginning of the game. That's so important. And we've not had but, what'd you say, 1 first down in this first half?
2.
2.
2 first downs in this.
No, that don't work in football.
No, and time of possession on offense has not been the best. We've only had 1 drive that actually went over 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And, that was –
But let's get the
tough.
ball here. Let's get the ball and find us something that we can do and stay on the block.
Well, it's October, and tonight is Pink Out game here in Muldrow, and so you'll see all the student section and the players wearing pink. And also, with that being in October, it means, get ready for that candy, kiddos, and all the costumes, because it's about time for Trunk or Treat. Speaking of Trunk or Treat, Eastside Free Will Baptist will be hosting their annual Trunk or Treat on October 31st at the Eastside Free Will Baptist Activities Center. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. located at 1302 South Main Street in Muldrow, Oklahoma. So bring the kiddos by for a great time in a safe environment. And, of course, Eastside Free Will Baptist Church is a proud sponsor of Muldrow Communications and Muldrow Athletics.
I believe I'll show up for that.
Oh, absolutely. Great time. Bring out the kids.
I like me some
I'll
candy.
never forget when Todd Butcher converted his truck into a whale, and he was Jonah.
Yeah.
And he was in the back. And the funniest thing is that we didn't know where he was. But, of course, Jonah's inside the whale.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there with a water gun spraying kids as they're going in. He put the candy out in front of the
That sounds
whale.
like him.
And all of a sudden, the kid come out there to get the candy, and he'd spray him with a water gun.
Go.
Oh, here we got a play going, but it looks like he's not going to be able to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Don't run out of
Deshaun Wilson, there was nowhere for him to go right there, Coach. There was about 5 guys. Might have had the beat on him there, but
we don't want to run out of bounds.
no, that's going to bring up a loss for the Bulldogs. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Special delivery up in the press box from the concession stand, it looks like. 4 minutes and 10 seconds here, and Bulldogs, I think, just trying to chip away at some of that clock to get into halftime. Speaking of, make sure we don't go anywhere after that halftime performance from the band. Collins working his way out to the wide side of the field, over here by the 20-yard marker here, able to get across it, and he's going to come up short of the first down.
We're way short.
Coach, I was trying to lead to some suspense in my commentating here.
Yeah.
They can see the 4 right next to the yard marker, Coach. But all right, 4th down, about 8 yards to go.
We've not had much luck punting.
No. Well, and of course, we've tried to go for it a few times here tonight too, and you got to go for the punt here.
Well, yeah, I hope so. Get your head down.
Line drive punt, and it's going to roll in favor of Muldrow, but it's going to be down right around the 48-yard line.
Able to get that off a little bit. Without much pressure.
And here's the thing, Gregory usually has been solid for getting the punts off this season. He's only had one real botched punt, and I think that was in Idabel this last weekend, but having not been able to get into a rhythm on offense along with our special teams tonight.
No, we haven't, Chris.
Colin Schuthie's able to
That was a
pull in
good
the ball,
tackle.
and it's going to be
Collins.
a flag on the play coming in from the backside referee. And we're going to see what happened here. Is that offense or defensive holding?
Holding on Lincoln Christian.
It's going to be holding on Lincoln Christian, 10-yard. Lincoln Christian going into the no huddle. 2 wide receivers, wing set formation, shotgun. Right.
Keep running.
Now Richie able to pull in.
There
Pass
you
is
go.
complete to Kylan Schulthies.
Good job. Initial hit there by Collins, and then we had was that Palmer come in there? And,
Yeah.
Massey.
There's a
Uncle
shot
Gabe
of,
Miller was over there too.
shot of our cheerleaders that are always out here cheering on the Bulldogs, doing a great job. Got a big group of them. Got about 30 cheerleaders out here. And yeah, there's the crowd getting a little bit fired up. Wings formation, 2 out wide. Ricky's going to hold on to it. He's looking for a man downfield, and pass is complete to number 3, Milligan. And he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. Just a slant route over the top. Ends up for a big gain and a touchdown for Lincoln Christian.
And we come up over the top there. Kid ran a good route. It was a good throw, and wasn't nobody in the middle of the field, so it was an easy score for Lincoln.
Here's another look at that, Coach, and just
See, they did a little switch there on us.
yeah, just making a big play for Lincoln Christian there. And 2 minutes left here in the first half, and it's good. He's
Christian, number 9, Cooper Housley.
You going deer hunting, Chris?
you know, I can't remember the last time I've been deer hunting.
No.
Since I've been teaching, it seems like
You ain't made time or ain't had
haven't
time.
made time at all. Kids,
There's a
you
lot
know,
of them out
kids.
there hunting right now.
I'll tell you what, is it? It's not rifle season, muzzleloader season, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even know bow
deer hunt
season.
either.
I haven't got
I
a
hear them
chance.
going off around the house. Okay.
Well, we got a little stoppage in the game here. We want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, of course. Midland Motors, 427 Auto Sales, Muldrow First Assembly, and Rick's Tire. And, of course, our other sponsors, too, Eastside Free Will Baptist Church, D&D Flooring, Bruton Lodge, Masonic Lodge here in Muldrow, Salisaw Animal Hospital. And we want to say a special thank you to the coffee shop, because let me tell you something. They hooked up our whole crew today with some coffee.
That's nice.
And we really do appreciate it, especially on a little bit of a at that time it wasn't this chilly, but it was very nice to have a nice beverage here in the stands as we were setting up. We definitely needed it with that little bit of caffeine. So thank you, the coffee shop here in Muldrow, helping us out.
Well, maybe we can run this minute and 58 seconds off the clock before we turn that ball back over to them. I sure don't want to do that. They've been pretty much scoring at will.
Yeah, minute 58 here in the second quarter. Of course, 42-0. Bulldogs unable to answer back to Lincoln Christian here tonight. And after the halftime presentation of your state champion, Pride of Muldrow marching band, make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to get the band director Adam Poole on live here tonight after the performance. And hey, there's a great pass brought in by number 6, Gabe Miller, bringing up a great play there and moving the change for the second time here in the second quarter. Third time tonight for the Bulldogs. And so, hey, we'll take it where we can.
Yeah.
Celebrate the small things right now.
We just need to run this out. hopefully we can come down here and score, but get in the field house and talk about
some stuff that we need. Collins moving over to the wide side of the field, looking for a man. Might have found one there, and Jamari Palmer, and he's able to bring it in. Let's see where they count him. And it's going to be counted as a catch. See where the spot will be.
I don't think it was, Chris.
You don't think it was?
I think he dropped it. Yeah.
Okay.
He dropped the ball.
I didn't see the sign. Did you see the sign?
I seen the ball come out. That was a sign. That was the sign.
I'll have to squint with my other eye to make sure I see it.
Yeah, he never did even. He never did even catch it.
Second down, 10 yards to go, minute 33. And play clock is starting to count down here. 15 seconds left on the play. Trips to the wide side of the field. Single back out.
Just run it
for Gregory.
Run it.
Collins able to get it out, but it's going to come up short.
Golly.
Intended receiver was DJ Massier, was the receiver closest to the play.
Well, we was wanting to run some time off the clock. And they're going to
end up throwing an incomplete pass, which brings a stop to the clock. And so here we are with 25 seconds on the play clock. And looks like Lincoln Christian really just kind of playing man defense right here. I mean, they're not really dropping back any type of certain coverage.
No.
Well, there we go.
They're man.
Big pass play here, and it's going to be overthrown. Once again, intended receiver number 21, DJ Massey. And had guys kind of all over him there. He was well protected.
Threw a deep ball, but wasn't on target. He threw that thing about 50 yards in the air.
Well, punt team's going to come back out, and Gregory.
You're going to give him the ball back.
We got a. Whoa.
Man. Don't do it.
And Bulldogs are going to call a timeout here. Stop the clock at a minute 15. Well, with that stoppage.
What about some scores? Have you seen any
I hadn't
scores?
even brought up anything yet.
You know, we got next week. Who do we have next week, Chris?
Oh, hang on. I haven't even thought that far, Coach. Hang on one second. So Locust Grove and Idabel right now. Idabel is in the lead, and I believe they are playing at Locust Grove. So
Yeah, they're playing at Locust Grove.
Yeah, so right now Idabel's up by one touchdown, 27-20.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting game there. And, of course, we have Eufaula, who is right now 14-0 over oh, no, it just refreshed. Over Stigler at halftime. So Eufaula is beating Stigler.
Oh, that would be a big help to us.
That's the thing. That's a big help for the Bulldogs here. Yeah. Whichever way that this game goes, looking on down here.
That's a better punt.
That was a lot better punt there from Gregory.
Roll them down there.
Keep rolling, baby, roll. And there we go. And
that's better. We got Holland Hall next week. We go to Tulsa.
We are going to Tulsa, which I've heard that they've got a nice press box set up. So don't miss out on that, Coach.
No, I'm here till it's over. Holland Hall, Stigler, and Locust Grove. We've got to get those.
Well, speaking of things that roll, we need to talk about if you're looking for the perfect vehicle, you might check out 427 Auto Sales on 222 East Cherokee Avenue in Salisaw, Oklahoma. And
there's a nice job there.
That is a great.
Fence. Yeah,
that is great. 427 Auto Sales, where they have a great selection of late model, clean used vehicles with a focus on exceptional customer service that they make car buying experience smooth and enjoyable. So 427 Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Muldrow Communications and Muldrow Athletics. 427 Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Hold on. Good.
And that's a good defensive stand right there.
That's good, but Lincoln's got I think they got their second bunch in there right now.
That's okay.
Well,
we'll take it right now.
We got to slow somebody down.
We got to slow some people down. And let me tell you something. That's about a 90-man roster right now.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at on the other sideline. Is they're deep.
Yeah. I don't like the score either, but now you got to give it to Lincoln, and I don't like giving it to them. But
they played a good, solid, balanced game, and they've shown exactly why they are ranked the way that they are. Hopefully, the Bulldogs can come out and in the next half and show us that hey, we got to put some points on the board. Got to make some stops. Got to limit their time of possession on the field, and we have got to make some offensive movements.
Got to play. Got to come out and give effort. Don't matter what the score is.
Only four first downs for the Bulldogs here in the first half, and so we're looking to capitalize that. But hey, don't go anywhere, Bulldog fans, because we are about to see the state champion marching band in 3A and OBA champion for the second time in a row here is Muldrow Marching Band. And so as they get ready to perform their state championship winning performance, which is called On Top of Old Spaghetti. So we'll be right back as Marching Band gets ready to play.
To the field at this time, the pride of the Muldrow competed in the Oklahoma Bandmasters Association Championship last weekend with their show On Top of Spaghetti. This amazing group brought home first place awards in the following categories: high music, high visual, and high general effect. It was a clean sweep for our band, as they were named the 3A state champions and for the second year in a row, the OBA grand champion. Congratulations to all the members and the directors. We are proud of you.
Drum major Lakeland Hamilton, the band is yours. are, ladies and gentlemen, your back-to-back state champion, Muldrow Bulldog Marching Band. The Muldrow Band would like to thank the Muldrow Band Booster Club, the Muldrow Fashion and Design Department, the Ag Department, Muldrow Ministerial Alliance, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Muldrow Athletic and Cheer Departments, and the Muldrow Administration for all their support on this season.
Way to go, Bulldogs!
Well, as promised, we got a great show here tonight during our halftime performance, and we do appreciate our marching band and how well that they have performed not only tonight but all the way throughout this season. They've done an amazing job in representing Muldrow High School and Muldrow Public Schools really in our community. And I am joined here with Mr. Adam Poole, our Muldrow band director and now two-time state champion, OBA all-around champion for the second year in a row. Just an amazing performance here tonight. And so, Mr. Poole, how does it feel to get another state ring on it?
You know, it feels really good. The kids deserve it. They put in hundreds of hours of rehearsal time in the heat and out there on that asphalt, and it just feels really good to see all that hard work kind of come to fruition once again.
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the things that people, if they go back and watch, of course, we have our prelim round posted, and then we have the final round, and then, you know, that moment where you're sitting there and you're hearing those scores and you're finding out how everything kind of like settled. Now, I know a lot of people didn't think, I mean, I know I was talking to the band director, they're like, man, you know, is anybody's good? To me, outright, I felt Muldrow had it in the bag. Just because this has been an amazing, as far as general effect and visual effect and all those things that we came out winning, it was an amazing performance from beginning to end, and got to give you guys all the props on that one.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we had, you know, just a great show, and you know, Oklahoma has some of the best small bands in the country. I'd put our small bands in Oklahoma up against any state in the union, really. And so it's always a close competition, but there was something special about this year's band, something special about this year's show, and it was a special year.
Well, of course, and you know, you can always go back and watch that finals performance. But I tell you, the other thing is that, you know, when you're preparing the things like this, you know, what are the things that people don't actually think of whenever they see a performance like this? What is something that whenever, you know, as a band director, that you would like for people to appreciate just a little bit more, maybe next time they see the band?
You know, I don't think people realize how many hours it takes. The band spent over 200 hours rehearsing this halftime show before OBA, and just how many other groups it takes to make it all happen. All the band parents putting in the tons of the hours, the other organizations here on campus helping us out with costumes and props and, you know, sound effects and things like that. It's a real school-wide team effort to make something like this happen.
Yeah, and I noticed the sound the sound effect changed. So on that order up, I did two different takes. I did a Mario Italian version, and I did kind of a order up tough one. And the one that won was the tough one, but definitely got me by surprise when I heard the order up.
I may or may not have been filming him up here in the press box when that happened.
Well, and you said that was going to be your text message tone, so I appreciate that. But you know, you gotta love the Mario sound.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I tell you what, great performance here tonight. Now, do y'all have another competition coming up this season?
Yes, we have one more competition in Chakota, the Oklahoma Superior Marching Contest. That's going to be in Chakota this Thursday. We don't know the time yet, but it's going to be kind of a midday thing.
Yeah.
But that'll be the end of our season, except for our duties here on the football games.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, we're hoping to be able to get everything out there. I know there's going to be a lot of, you know, with it being midday, that's going to be one of the logistic things that we're going to have to run into.
Mid-school day makes it a little difficult.
Are they going to put any time limits or anything like that on getting your equipment out there?
Not for this one. Not for this one. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a positive.
That helps a lot. It's not the mad rush we had at OBA.
Yeah, and so no word yet on if we'll be able to be able to live stream that performance yet. We haven't got into the logistic issues, but if it's possible, we'll definitely try to see if we can do that. I definitely know that you would probably appreciate some help moving some props.
100%.
Absolutely. But, more importantly, we really appreciate the fine arts here in Muldrow, Oklahoma. As a speech and debate coach, as a live stream coordinator here for Muldrow Communications, of course, Mr. Poole as a band director, that is one thing I can say that we do really, really well here in Muldrow is those fine arts. And do you have anything to add on that? I mean,
we have such a rounded school. We have great fine arts programs, great athletics programs. It's a good place to send your kids. It really, really is. We cover it all here, and we are supported equally across all activities, and that's a wonderful thing to have.
Absolutely. And we appreciate all the viewers. And of course, make sure you go back, watch that final round. I had kids from other schools that were chiming in on our live stream because no one else really live streamed the entire full round.
Yeah.
And so we were able to bring that to you on Muldrow Communications. And of course, we couldn't do it without our excellent sponsors who've been with us all throughout the season. Thank you, Midland Motors, 427 Auto Sales, Muldrow First Assembly, and Rick's Tires. And thank you, Mr. Poole, for being here with us with that state championship marching band. And we really appreciate all the hard work that you guys put in, and we look forward to the next time we'll see you on air.
Appreciate you, brother, and go Bulldogs.
All right, go Bulldogs indeed. And so we'll see the marching band later on this season, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that to you from Shakota. But until then, we're here back in the booth, and we'll be taking a quick break. We're going to bring our ads to you here just for a few moments as we reset, get ready for the second half of production, and so we'll see you then. And we are back here in Aubrey Henshaw Stadium at Marty Rogers Field in Muldrow, Oklahoma to start the second half between Lincoln Christian and the Muldrow Bulldogs. We got a few interesting scores that are coming in here that Coach, I'm sure, is going to be wanting and interested to hear. Right now, Shakota is 1 point ahead of Holland Hall. 1 point ahead of Holland Hall, 20-19 to start the second half. And we've got a few more to take a look at as well.
That would be good if
we
they
got
could defeat Holland Hall.
Shakota's got to beat Holland Hall. That'd be great. The other thing is that we got is Locust Grove is losing to Idabel 30-20, and that was at halftime. Stigler is currently losing to Eufaula 14-0. So here's the deal. Regardless of how this all plays out here tonight, I mean, really it comes down to how many points can you limit Lincoln Christian to in the second half. If we can keep the score down and actually put a few points on the board, that's going to look really good in our district standings and how we favor. The next thing is going into Holland Hall, beating Holland Hall, just like, you know, they're losing at this point in time. If we can pull off a win next week and then come back home, win against Stigler, win against Locust Grove, you definitely got to say there's an opportunity there for the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, we need Eufaula to beat Stigler because we beat them.
Yeah.
So that's gonna help out.
That's going to help out. Of course, Stigler has their 2 and 3 rating right here, and then of course, you know,
Holland Hall's going to be tough at their place. They're a pretty good team, but I think there's somebody that we can match up with and beat. But those next three games are very important for the playoff.
To the postseason, especially if we're hoping to be in it. But, you know,
that was a good pass, good catch. Looks like they're going to get us with maybe a face mask. Looks like could be.
Final stop made by number 1, Tegan Collins.
They've got their first bunch back in there now. Now they ended up, I think at last series they had their second string in there. I don't know how many times, maybe a couple times, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So they're going to probably let these guys play another quarter and then probably put their second bunch back in and maybe that fourth quarter. But we need to get a stop here. You know, I was thinking of some of the things. I don't know how many adjustments we can make at halftime being down 42-0, but
heavy set. Ricky's pass is complete to number 15, and he's going to make his way on down.
15's a big old boy.
He's actually their fullback.
Yeah, he's a rumbler.
That's Dawson Fullingham, and he's doing a pretty bang-up job here tonight against the Bulldogs. But well, that's got to move the sticks.
We got to be willing to come back out here the second half, and I know, you know, it's a daunting task, but compete every play. I mean, that's what you want to see from the kids and improve in some different areas, tackling and blocking and just, you know, adversity causes some kids to break.
That's going to be an interception by Jacob Gregory when the Bulldogs need it the most, right here on the goal line, and then able to pull it in. And so Ricky's pass is intercepted by Jacob Gregory to start off the second half, and that's a big, nice little turn.
That was a big play for us right there.
Good job, Jacob.
Kind of help us keep them possibly from tacking on some more. But what I was saying is, you know, adversity at times causes some players to just break, and you never want to see that out of your players. I want to see them to give their best and compete, and adversity, you know, you just got to fight it.
Well, I can tell you, if you've been a Muldrow football player at any point in time in your career.
There we go.
Now, okay, so wait a second. There's a flag down. Collins was hit in the back, and now he's down on the ground.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to him.
No, but he hadn't got up yet.
No.
Personal foul here, and that's going to be he has not got up yet.
Personal foul against Lincoln Christian.
Kind of got twisted up there, I think. Had 2 of them there. collided on him.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut to our sponsors real quick as he's being tended to, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Teagan was injured on that last play there, and looks like it's going to be a 15-yard penalty here for unsportsmanlike conduct, roughing the passer, kind of a late shot there.
It's good to see him get up.
And so now I think taking over quarterback duties here tonight and is number 10, and that's Jace Pruitt.
Jace Pruitt.
I think.
Pruitt.
Either that, or Jacob Gregory. I don't know which one. I believe it's Jace. Yeah. So no, low snap here. Jace looking inside, and it's going to be overthrown. Pass was intended to Gabe Miller, number 6.
He put a little pepper on that, but it was a little too high.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, Jace Pruitt, freshman, coming in.
I don't think he's had an opportunity to come in at any this year, has he?
No, not as quarterback.
This is his first time.
This is his first time. I think he might have got a few reps during the rolling game.
Yeah.
But basically strictly JV at this point. 2 wide receivers set out. Pruitt's looking downfield. Pass is complete to number 7, Jamari Palmer, and he's looking to make a play here.
Good job.
And
That's
he
a
is
first
up.
down.
And that's going to be a first down.
Yes, it is. And there's a flag. Dadgummit.
Keep it in your pocket, guys. Come on.
Well, had something good happen there, and then
What's the call?
got a penalty.
All right, chop block is going to be called against the Bulldogs.
Chop block. Why are they looking that close?
I don't know.
My goodness. That's the first time they've probably called it all year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, as
Maybe.
I can tell you this: a lot of hard feelings right now over here in the stands from the Muldrow fans after that hit on Teagan, and so we're.
I didn't. What are we gonna do?
Pruitt looking down and hard hit, sack,
Get rid of it.
and we're going to see if they're going to call that as an incomplete.
It looks like it.
Welcome to varsity, Jace. That was a hard hit.
Yeah.
Golly, stuck him.
Well,
But fortunately, hand moving forward, pass is incomplete. So. Coach, you've been in this situation before where you've had a young quarterback coming in to relieve a starter. What do you say to him?
Well,
I mean,
just don't turn the ball over and, get the snap.
Here goes number 5, Jacob Gregory, getting pushed out of bounds. They're going to call flag here. See if that's going to go against the Bulldogs. I don't know. Jamari's over there.
That was number 7, Jamari Palmer on that carry.
Oh.
It's probably going to be offsetting.
This is about the time, especially with number 1 on the bench. You're gonna see some.
He's still down there on the bench. I don't see nobody around him. Maybe he's.
Bring up third down for the Bulldogs.
I don't know what it was. Maybe
I think the way that he kind of came down a little bit, the way they call it hip tackle, right? I mean, they do that hip drop tackle. That's what it kind of looked like to me. He might have tweaked that. But here's the thing. I'm not a doctor. I only got to see it live.
Well,
I didn't see the replay.
I know he got up and walked off, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. He's being tended to by our sideline staff right now, and so we'll see. I don't expect him to come back into the game, especially with –
No, just take care of the ball here.
Well, trying to get the ball off in time, and there's the pass, and just a little bit of timing issues here between quarterback and receivers, and Jamari wasn't even looking at that point in time for that turn back. And that's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Bulldogs here in the second quarter, 6 minutes left. And I know this would be about the time Coach Ryan would say, what does the score got to be to keep that clock running?
I guess
I believe
we're where we need to be.
Well,
because we're running it.
That's what we're doing right now.
Thank goodness.
So now back to punt. We have a new punter as well as White Pruitt, and he's going to put one up. Nice punt.
Get us some roll.
And that's going to be stopped by Gabe Miller. And so that should bring
There we go.
and that could, be helpful there for us to, get a holding is going to be called against the Bulldogs. And substitutions are kind of coming in here. Well, once again.
Well, we don't want to see nobody getting hurt here either. We've had a pretty good season as far as not many injuries.
Yeah, well, one injury of late, of course, is Cade Scott. And I know he's got his knee. They don't really know what's kind of going on with it, but we know he's in a little bit of pain there. Yeah. But he's actually been on he's still coming in to hold for the field goals. And
but overall, we've not
haven't had any.
Had a list of them,
Yeah, these guys have been really working through it, of course. And there's the run by number 7, and that's Gabe Hutzinger.
They got their second bunch out there now.
He's running back and kicker for Lincoln Christian. And so that's going to bring up second down. Nope, it's going to be first down for Lincoln Christian here in the red zone. Oh, that's coffee. I thought it was hot chocolate. No. And run up the middle is going to be stopped by the Bulldogs defense, and that's going to bring up second down in about 10 yards here. Well, Coach, like as you said, we got a lot of things going on, especially, this time of year, the little chill, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I like it, though.
I do, too. It definitely makes it feel like fall.
Yeah.
And there's the handoff to number 20, Evan Jamison. And he's going to be stopped at the line there.
There we go.
And so defense able to push back a little bit. get a stop in.
Yeah, Miller was in there, and Jackson was in on that play.
Yeah, got a few
I
in
think
there.
Colbert was
Braxton
in on that play.
Braxton Therakill was also in. I mean, just a good defensive line stop there. Third down. I think about 4 yards to go here. Fakes the handoff. It's going to be a keeper by number 18, Braden McMullen. And there's a flag now on the play. That's never good coming in after the whistle.
Little quarterback counter there. Pulled a guard and tackle. Looked like he picked up close to the first down, but penalty is going to determine. It must be on us.
Well, personal foul against Muldrow. So
Foul against the Bulldogs.
can't. It's not like it's not like it's unexpected here. I mean, when a quarterback goes down late in the game, big lead, you're probably going to see some of this.
Got to have a little character about you, though. I mean, get in there and fight and battle, but don't lose your cool. Here we go. Oh.
Hand off to Evan Jamison, and he's going to be stopped before he tries to make his way into the end zone.
EJ was going to get him.
Yep, Tyson Williams able to put the hit on there and make the stop, along with number 52, Tasker Colbert.
Colbert was in there.
Now here comes the jumbo package once again from McMullen in there at QB. Wing set, handoff to number 20, Jamison, and he's going to be into the end zone for the score for Lincoln Christian. And the clock is going to continue to run at this point in time. It's no score. I've got some things to look forward to around in the Muldrow community coming up. Of course, we've already talked about some of those things, and there's the snap and hold, and the ball is up, and it is no good. I think that is also their backup kicker.
Probably.
Getting him some action here tonight, but that is the first miss of the night for on the field goal. And so the score is going to be 48-0 as the clock continues to roll at 25 seconds here in the third quarter. But, thinking about October, of course, we got the trunk and treat that's going to be coming up at Eastside Free Will Baptist. But let me tell you something. I know that you're really looking forward to this, as well as I am, is that Eastside Free Will Baptist invites you and your family to make some plans now to attend the annual Tour of Christmas. So enjoy a free hayride with the family as you journey through the various scenes depicting the Bible Christmas story. So mark your calendar for this local Christmas tradition. Of course, if any Muldrow person knows, it's a thing to come out and see on December 7th and 8th from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. nightly, located, of course, at 1302 South Main in Muldrow at the Eastside Free Will Baptist Activity Center.
That brings in a lot of people from
all
everywhere,
around, all over the state.
Coming everywhere.
I mean,
plus you can't beat the hot chocolate. I'm big on the hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, homemade cookies. It's a local tradition, of course, and let me tell you, that's when you were talking about being chilly, that's what reminded me of this. Of course, going out there, being a part of that, it's always so much fun. It's so much fun because it's not, of course, with
something
Eastside,
fun to do with your family.
Oh my goodness! And
it's a family.
I've been a participant, and I've also been on the hayride just as a spectator.
What was you?
Well, I'm at the tomb scene. I'm always at the tomb scene.
Oh, was you?
Yeah. Now, last year I was sick, but I was able to still kind of attend. And I did a digital recording.
You was one of those.
I had a stomach bug last year. It was rough.
Oh, well.
But
you don't have to tell us all about that.
I'm just saying, I was there, but I wasn't there.
You can pass
we made it. We made it work. But let me tell you something. Ooh, line drive kick out. It's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be the flag for illegal procedure when that happens?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anyways, so Tour of Christmas, December 7th and 8th. Make sure you make plans to come out for that. Of course, I want to say thank you once again to Rick's Tire, because that cold weather means those tire pressures are about to drop, because I know I got my warning.
I seen that on the news.
I got my warning this morning when I got in the car. Little warning light came on.
If you got them cars with, it's got the it tells you the pressure. Don't it drive you crazy?
It does drive you crazy.
We used to, your tire was flat. I mean, it was low. You needed to put air in it. Now you think, oh, my gosh, you dropped down 2 points. I got to put some air in it, But,
absolutely. Well, Rick's Tires wants to remind you all to check your tire pressure here because Rick Tires offers a variety of service and maintenance options for your vehicle needs. So roll on into Rick's Tires where the rubber meets the road and is a proud sponsor of Muldrow Communications and Muldrow Athletics.
Yeah, he decided to keep it, and that was a bad choice.
Yeah.
He should have let that one go. That guy was standing right there.
This is a tough learning curve right here, Coach. I ain't going to lie to you. I mean, you got – and I know this is not their first string of defense that's in here, but they're not a bad defensive set coming in too. Jace Pruitt sitting on the snap, hand off to Deshaun Wilson. He's going to cut back inside, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And there's a flag, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a personal foul on us.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And I hate them.
Just the way that one looked a little bit illegal.
Cut them out.
And that's going to be a cut block against the Bulldogs, and so that, I believe, will probably be a 10-yard penalty, Coach. Is that a 10-yarder? Yep.
I'd like to know how many yards penalties we had.
I stopped
Quite a bit.
I stopped keeping stats.
But of course, tonight is not very pretty, but we got to get ready next week. I mean, we still got something to play for.
Let me tell you, you got a lot to play for.
We got a playing for a spot for playoffs. We got 3 games that we think is winnable, so you got to come to work.
And, we got to also think about this. If, we hope that, Teagan right now, he's just got a little banged up on that play. Hopefully he'll be coming back next week, of course, get some healing and everything out. But so hopefully he'll be back with us. But here's the thing. If not, this is important time for Jace to get some reps in before Holland Hall because as it stands, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at that. But as we're getting ready for that, of course, at the last time we looked, Holland Hall was down. And it's going to be landing around. Ooh, nice roll. Now, was that White Pruitt again? Yeah, that was Pruitt. White Pruitt. Not Jace Pruitt, White Pruitt. Okay, so now we're going to check on some scores around the league. All right, so scores around the league here. There you go, Coach.
That's nice.
I know, it's very nice.
Yes, all kinds of gadgets.
Well, we try. We try around here. Okay.
Oh, come on, wrap him up there. Still got a tackle.
All right, so right now, Shakota is now losing to Holland Hall at Holland Hall in the fourth quarter, 20-27. Nail biter out there. Then we also have Eufaula and Stigler. Stigler able to get on the board in the third quarter, last reported about 17 minutes ago, and that is against Eufaula. So it's right now Eufaula maintains the lead by 1 touchdown and a field goal, so it's going to be 14-7.
You need them to win that one.
Audubell is still, last report was at halftime. Audubell was up 30-20 over Locust Grove.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Locust Grove can score a lot of points, or they have been, but.
Let's see if we can. Trying to refresh this. I guess my iPad doesn't like cold weather. So, as of right now, of course, Heritage Hall is up against Plainview, which is number 4 in 3A. Now, why are we mentioning Heritage Hall? Because if we're talking about overall 3A implications, this one's a big one because Heritage Hall is ranked number 2 underneath, of course, number 1, Lincoln Christian that we're seeing here tonight.
Yeah.
Plainville right now is up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7 going into the fourth quarter. Another big one was Cassia Hall at Jay tonight, 61-6. No contest there. And so those are some.
What about our neighbors?
Yep.
Salisal, Roland.
Let's take a look over here in 4A. So as we're looking, Salisal is at Glenpool tonight. Glenpool having a rough season, 0-6, but the 5-1 Salisal Black Diamonds are up 38-0. Then we have, let's see, Fort Gibson taking it big over here at Skytook tonight, 50-10.
What about Roland and Vian?
Coach, you gotta give me a little bit of time.
You're the computer wizard.
I know, but that doesn't change the bandwidth out here. Roland, 1-5, Roland Rangers at Bethel tonight. There's US 2-4 in district play. It'd be 0-56 Bethel over Roland right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about our Wolverines?
Not looking too good for the Rangers. And let's see. Did Wolverines play tonight?
Well, they may not.
Could be
normally everybody plays on Thursday night this fall break.
2A2. Yeah, no, they are. They're playing at Henrietta. Very interesting game here because Henrietta's 5-1. Vian, who's number 1 right now, ranked in the state.
Oh, they are.
In 2A2 Division 2, or is it 2A21? Anyways, Vian is up 23-14 over Henrietta.
And they're ranked number 1 in 2A?
They're ranked number 1 right now, and that was updated about 11 minutes ago. So
that's a good team tackle right there by the Bulldogs. Good job.
So that is your scores from around the state.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, 5 minutes and 18 seconds here left in the ball game, and Bulldogs have been unable to get on the board here tonight with Lincoln Christian in town, 48-0. And so we want to say thank you to everyone who's tuning in from wherever you are. Hey, make sure you chime in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We always appreciate that. We'd love to give you guys a shout out.
There's old Jacob there, Gregory making the tackle.
Salisal at Glenpool right now. It's 1st and 10, fourth down. It's in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes left in that ball game, 38-0.
We're having a pretty good season this year.
Yeah. And then here you go, Coach. We're taking a look here at the Eufaula game. What's going on?
Get back here. There we go.
Hand off to number 7, Gabe Hutzinger.
Yeah, that's old Miller back here. He got a hand on him there first, and then
and that's going to bring a turnover on downs, and now the Bulldogs going to take over here on the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that was
No, they were going to put that at the 37. So it's going to be on the 37-yard line, and Bulldogs going to take over here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Miller and Colbert.
And okay. So, look at this, Coach. So right now, Eufaula is winning over Stigler, 29-7 here in the third quarter.
Wow.
And that's according to Panther Vision right now. We're looking at them live.
That is great.
That's great news for us. That's great news for us.
Because we've got Stigler after Hall and Hall.
There's a handoff to Gregory. He's being brought down. And that's going to bring up second down here for the Bulldogs. And this may be the final drive, depending on how we work the clock here. This could be the final drive for the Bulldogs.
Well, we'd like for them to go out on a good note here. Maybe
put one in the end zone.
Get some
really
game.
Good.
Put one in the end zone, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we appreciate everybody who's tuning in. And I tell you what,
just a tough night for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, it has.
Facing a good opponent,
and if you like I said, if you are a Bulldog fan or you've been a football player,
good run
for the Bulldogs, you've seen nights like this probably in some time in your career, and it's never a fun pill to swallow for sure.
I'd like to think I've seen less of these. You know, over the years, we put some pretty good teams on the field.
Yes, no.
The
And here's the thing,
past,
you've got to
15, 20 years, we've done pretty good, and
there's a good team on this field right now. I mean,
yeah.
with Muldrow, we've got a good team. It's just tonight was not our night.
We
here.
didn't show up tonight, and they got out on us, and they never let up.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stop them.
That's going to be a first down here for the Bulldogs with about 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter as the Bulldogs start marching down the field. Hopefully, we'll see if they can put one up.
But I was thinking about like playoffs and stuff. I remember back in, I think it was 06 or 07, we made a three-peat playoff runs. And Muldrow hadn't been in the playoffs very few times. But the past 20 years, we've had different coaches come through here and took some teams to the playoffs. So, Muldrow football is doing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
here's the thing. We hope that Teagan is able to come back next week. Like I said, he's resting right now. We'll see what. But I don't see he's taking a seat right now. But hopefully he'll be back next week as we go into Holland Hall, make the little road trip there, and of course we'll be there with you live.
Yeah.
But, man, we've got some implications. If we can pull out a win in Holland Hall, turn right around, win here at home at Stigler, and that's going to be big. Yeah. If you're a Bulldog fan, I love the fact that we got live streaming. I love that people are tuning in.
Yeah.
But that's one of those we need some people to come out.
Yeah.
You got to fill the stands for that one. And then you got to fill the stands for Locust
And we
Grove.
have been. We've had
it's been big.
Huge groups of people that come, and our stands have been full. We've been supporting the Bulldogs.
But, yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Having a home field advantage on those two games in particular, it's going to be big. Deshaun Wilson able to power his way. There's about 10 seconds left, and so that's going to keep the game clock running. And it looks like it's going to be a shutout here tonight in Muldrow with Lincoln Christian 48 and the Bulldogs 0. And there is the final buzzer showing the end of the game. And, of course, we want to thank everybody who's come in here tonight. Coach, you got any last thoughts here for us tonight? I mean, I know we've had a lot of time to talk here, but
it wasn't what we wanted. It didn't turn out like we wanted. And I think we could have played much better. We give them lots of opportunities to score with short fields.
Yeah.
Turn the ball over, didn't get a first down. But, again, they're a good team. They haven't allowed – I looked at the defensively. They haven't allowed maybe 50 points all year.
No.
And they score a lot of points. This is probably about their average.
Yeah.
And so they're a good team. They're going to probably be competing again for another state championship. But I'd like to see us give a little bit more effort and do a little bit better. But I know the coaches will take the boys this week and say, hey, we got to refocus. That's what we did. Put this game behind you. Look forward. There's some things to look forward to. There's some spots for playoffs that we can achieve and get. And that was one of our goals when we first began the year. So I just look for them to come back and work hard this coming week and get ready and for Holland Hall.
Absolutely.
And we need some people to come up and follow the boys to Tulsa next week.
Yeah, let's get there. All right, thank you guys very much, and we appreciate all that you do, and we will see you guys next time on Muldrow Communications.